Hey everyone, it's Dr. Macy here with Foundation Chiropractic. Today we're going to be going through our hip stretches. Hip stretches are super important because obviously those hip joints are very closely linked to that low back, which is a very common chief complaint that we see our patients coming into our practice for each and every day. So let's dive into those so that you can stay mobile, stay active, and keep doing the things that you love to do. Starting off, this first stretch isn't necessarily what I would call or what most people think of as a stretch. It's more of range of motion, which is obviously very important. Those hips are ball and socket joints, so they kind of go in every direction. So keeping those as mobile as possible is going to be really effective with this stretch. So it's going to be the hip circle. We're going to do these twice a day for 10 repetitions. We're going to go one clockwise motion. And we're going to keep doing that just to keep these hips nice and mobile. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction. And we're going to do that 10 times in each one of those directions. The next stretch that we have here, you're going to need a chair to help you with, mainly just for balancing purposes. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking that leg and stepping away from the chair. Then we're going to be leaning this hip into the chair. And you can use this as kind of a leverage point to use a little bit of pressure to really get into this side of the stretch. If you wanted something a little bit more effective as well, you can definitely use this on the other side and lean away from it so that you really get that full stretch on that side of the leg and even into that lumbar and thoracic spine here. So leaning away. And we're doing this for 10 repetitions and just holding it for a few seconds until you really feel that stretch activate. You feel like you're getting a good stretch. We're going to do that 10 times, and then we can also switch. And really just pushing that hip so that you're getting the stretch on that outside of that leg into that hip area. So pushing the hip outward this way. And like I said, if you wanted to, you can also get that next level of stretch and really just reach that arm over top of your head. Again, that is 2 times a day, 10 repetitions at each of those times you're doing that exercise. The next exercise that we're going to be doing is lateral leg swings. And that means bringing the leg out and then bringing it in. I don't have a ton of room here, but from the side, that would look like this, bringing it up, getting a good stretch, not only on this outside, but also on the inside of that leg. And then coming over the front. Again, really stretching out that side part of the leg. And I can do it on both sides for you. So bringing it out in front of that leg and really stretching out that hip joint. The next one I really like to do because this involves a lot of that front of the hip, so those hip flexors. We're going to be doing the single leg hip circles. So we're going to be bringing our leg up in front of us here, really stretching out that glute and that side hip, bringing our leg out to the side here, which again really stretches out that hip flexor. We're contracting, we're working this area here, making sure that our hip stays nice and mobile. We're going to do that on both sides, bringing that leg all the way out to the side there, getting good activation, getting a good stretch, bringing it back and down. We're going to do that 10 repetitions, both legs, twice a day. If you have any further questions about how you can implement these hip stretches and exercises into your daily routine, please don't hesitate to ask one of us doctors here at Foundation Chiropractic. We look forward to serving you again soon at your next adjustment. Thank you.